One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators. Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Florida's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be...
There he goes! Nice pick up on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. The Gator ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective.
Yeah, and we've seen them in the past, man. When Florida's really cooking, they've got some good backs. They've got some good balance, but they've got some physicality, and that's what you want to see from this unit.
The run from the shotgun. Picks up the first down, still moving. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Using the quick game. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Mississippi State right back to the line. From the gun, running back gets the give. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Cherry. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And the defense did a good job stringing that play along, and you could tell he didn't make a decision quickly and kept going toward the sideline and pushing towards his right, and then the defense caught up, played great D, and got him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. On the move, it's Bean. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Got him downfield. Purdy on the Jets. He's showed it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got him down to the 16-yard line. That chunk play has them in business, set up with a first down in the red zone. Caught in the backfield, it's Woodside. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. Going for the goal line. Touchdown, Gator! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
I like this offense. I like watching it, man. They find a way to make plays and spread the football around. But I'll tell you what, I think this QB has an eye for this guy because that's 3 TDs now in 4 games. He wants to find him to make plays, really starting to trust that receiver out wide.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense. And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the heat gets there, and they get it down at the 14-yard line. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Here's a return from midfield. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. It's complete. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal.
On the defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunks.
And he will score! Touchdown, Florida!
And this offense shows you why they are really hard to stop. The long, explosive run. You think everybody's thinking run, power in the box, the play-action pass. They can beat you with the run. They can beat you with the pass. This is a tough offense to stop.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Pulls and fires complete. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Mississippi State going up-tempo.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find your rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these 2 guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
They'll try to get the first through the air. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Breaks into the open. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. And the Gators, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They're going to run it to the right. Hard running there. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. First play of the period will be a second down. grab near the sticks. It's Woodside. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Gator! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Now backed up in their own end. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath, like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll give it to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
He leaves it with the back. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Off-play action. Here comes the heat. He's got an open man. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. The Gators have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the catch down the right side, but not able to keep his foot in. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Back to pass on 2nd down. Looking to scramble. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, this thing's turning into a route, and it's turning into a route quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Motion from the wide receiver. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Looking to the big tight end. On target over the middle. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Wants to fire on second down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, can these guys use a score to cut into this lead. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run.
He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Gator! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And they tacked on the extra point.
Roughing the kick.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Defense in press coverage. Looking downfield on first down. Got rid of it just in time. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pulls it in. It's Cherry. He's stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man quickly.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Under fire. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Vic. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Got a man, it's Cherry. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. The offense will quickly use a timeout. The Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. To the ground with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Looking to pick up a first down on third and short from the 43. Looking to throw for it. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to throw on first down. Takes the easy completion. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quickly complete. Still on his feet at the 40. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off, and down he goes, and we will head to halftime. We're just about ready to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half, in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Pressure coming. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Hits him in stride inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. He wants to throw it. Here's the pressure. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
6 plays brought them here. Now number 7 on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to pull his way in. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. The Gators sending the offense back to work.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Defense is totally ready in this situation, too. Because of the field position with the offense backed up, they know they're going to try and run the ball, buy themselves some real estate, but they ain't having it. Lots of bodies in the box, close to the line of scrimmage, and they generate a TFL.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can...
Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it in their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
And the Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Right back to the well. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Here's a heat. Chucks it out of the air. At the 35, he's loose. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. They go back to work in the final period of this one. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. This has been a complete obliteration so far as the... quarter stats will show you. The Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And a good solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. They'll run it. Great work to make the play in the backfield, and it puts them right back where they started this series. It's 3rd and 10.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage.
They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. A really disappointing end of that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse. Let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last one. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job finishing.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Gee. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Intercepted to stop the threat. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Shoots through that hole and picks up 5. He's out to the 11. The Gators can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Run it with the fullback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. They want to run this quarterback. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Give to the running back. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. The Gators in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Leaves it with the back.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.